Hey everyone, this is Martin from How to Make Mobile Games. This is now November 22nd, 2013, and it's been another couple of weeks since I last did the video which was talking about ad mob optimization. I wanted to reply to a bunch of comments that everyone's left on the channel this past couple of weeks, and I'm sorry for not getting around to that a lot sooner. I was going to do this just a couple of days ago, but I'd noticed that Google had updated their comment system to be something like integrated with Google Plus, and it kind of made it difficult for me to find out how comments work. I think what's happened though is that everything from like November the 6th I can now reply to directly, but the previous ones I can't reply to. So what I might do is a separate video answering some comments and questions. So, you know, I just wanted to do this video because it's been so busy again this past few weeks. There's like 3 different sort of batches of things that I'm trying to do at the moment. One is working on my own games, Cobalt Play, and then the other one is working on the PandaTap games, which publishes games from other developers. And then the other thing is this is my own stuff, but I'm just trying to start to learn about investment and trading and things like this on the stock market. So I've been really kind of busy at this past few weeks. So sorry for not replying sooner. Sorry for not getting back to your messages. I am reading all of them as always. So this is just an update video on the game Super Bit World, which probably a lot of you have seen. So I'm just gonna show you guys what I've been doing so far. This for me has been the biggest game that I've developed in terms of like complexity and content and the size of the game, like how long people can play the game. And what I've done is I've started to add in a new mode, which is basically a shooting mode. So this play shot button here, that'll change later, but as you can see here, this is like a shop scene for the shooting levels, or for the shooting level. And as you can see, there's like a lot of new artwork and content in there. And this is the first time I've really tried to do some like of my own artwork and make it look pretty good. Before, I've always been kind of focused on building the game as quick as possible and then releasing it. One of the problems with that is that releasing the game, sort of flipping, we call it sometimes, flipping apps is where you kind of reskin them and then publish them. One of the problems is that it doesn't keep the player in the game as long. It doesn't retain the player. It doesn't, you know, and therefore the ARPU, average revenue per user, is lower. And so I could never pay for some installs, say like 50 cents for one install. I can never do this because the ARPU is so low. But the second thing is I just don't have a passion for flipping apps. I did it to sort of generate some income, which is all good, but now I want to get into something a bit deeper. I want to make something which is larger in scale, a bit more immersive, and people really enjoy. So let me hit play here. I'm going to select the first gun actually. This shop scene that you're seeing right now is still in progress, but the same character as before, and hopefully this is going smooth. The recording is smooth, but this is the same character, but the big difference, as you can probably tell, is the addition of a gun. And this is just one single level, and I'm kind of inspired by Geometry Wars for this level. You shoot automatically. I'm not tapping anything to shoot here, and the goal is just to survive as long as possible. Collect as many coins. There's a combo in there as well, so if you destroy these enemies fast and you also collect coins fast, then your combo goes higher, and you're rewarded more for doing that. So it's kind of the risk versus reward. And that thing that you just saw then, that was the bomb that you can purchase in the game with coins as well. So if you're in a fix and you can't get out of the corner or something like that, you can hit the bomb button, which is sort of down on the bottom right here. So this is way different to what I think I'd done a video on this a few weeks ago, or maybe a few months ago now, on the shooting level, and I think people had said, oh, it looks interesting. It felt okay, but I felt that having to tap the shooting button was just too much work, and it didn't feel that much fun. It felt like it was trouble to do it. And this game is already pretty difficult, and I wanted to make sure that I wasn't, cutting off a bunch of players because it was just too difficult to control. For like say seasoned platforming players who were used to like hardcore games like Mega Man or something, that's not a problem. But for a lot of players, having to tap the shoot button and the and the jump button at the same time was just too much. So that's the big change here, and it feels way more fun when I did this. I think I was in bed and I was sort of thinking about the game, and I was thinking, oh, okay, my subconscious will figure out how to make this game more fun because I really don't feel like it's fun right now. And then I had this idea of in the night about, okay, just have it automatic firing, make the level smaller, more simple, you know, make that excitement level higher by increasing the pace, and let's see how it goes. And this is what I came up with, and it feels a lot better already. The balance of this so far is not been tweaked, so it's way too difficult still. These enemies spawn too quickly. What you're seeing right now should be like, say, 3 minutes of gameplay difficulty. And I'll just jump in again, and actually let me pause it and go to the scene, because you know, for the developers out there who are watching, which is most of you, you probably are interested in how the scene was constructed. So let me just find this in my project. So the artwork was something that I was always has never been a kind of strong point for me. So it was a bit of a challenge to start to do this work. And I'll just try to show you around the scene without getting too confused about where I am. So there's basically two levels. There's the game level here, the game geometry, which is the character and where the guys all spawn, the enemies, the UI, and so on. So if I turn the camera around, you can see that there. This is the UI, where the buttons are at the front, and then behind that, then there's the level. And then I've just got a couple of bit of UI up here, interface graphics, which is the combo, text, and also the score. And then if I zoom out way in the background there, you can see the level geometry. The reason it looks all okay when it's actually being played, when you know it appears like this, is that I actually have two cameras. I have a 2D camera showing the character and all of the bad guys and all of the UI, and then I have a 3D camera showing the background. So if I show you in my hierarchy here, let me find it. It's under the shooting character. So there's the main camera there, which is an orthographic camera. So it's 2D. It's not presenting any perspective or objects being smaller in the background and larger in the foreground. And then underneath this camera, I've got the background camera there, which is a 3D camera. And the reason I've done that originally was because it was a 2D game, but I wanted to have some 3D Parallax Effects, I think it's called. This is where the background moves at different speeds so that it looks like it's got more depth. So if you notice this on the right hand side, this lava flow here is moving faster than the background, and I think that's called a Parallax Effect. I'm not 100% sure. I don't do a lot of 3D games. And you can see this sort of like iron girder on the left side here as well, which is also moving a little faster because it's more in the foreground. And what I've done here for these sort of stalactites and things is I've added them at different layers and on this 3D camera. So the stalactites at the front, if I zoom into these, and hopefully, this is isometric, so I'll change that to 3D. So you can see this is the different layers here. So I've got some stalactites or sort of rocks at the top, and then at the bottom as well, and these lava points, this lava river, this falling lava, and then these bricks in the background. And you know, so that's basically how it's constructed. And it looks like a complete mess here, of course, but you know, when it's in the game, it doesn't look too bad. So I'm thinking about what I should talk about next. Let me go into the shop scene. And in terms of monetization for this game, it's the same as before. Players can get coins, and they can get coins for free all the time. One of the things that I'm selling in the game is obviously weapons. So I've got 3 sets of guns at the moment, and I'll show you the third gun. The only difference between them in the game is that they shoot a single stream of bullets, a double stream of bullets, and a triple stream of bullets. I was going to do sort of like a shotgun or a rocket launcher thing, but the rate at which it's firing seems like a lot more fun. You know, having that the bullets fire super fast just feels right. So I didn't want to do like a shotgun, but I might play around with that, and I might add a sword or something, or a lightsaber, something like this. There's also bombs, health, and a score multiplier as well that players can unlock. So there's a lot of in-app purchases in there that the player can get and start to unlock. And that's always a good practice, I think, with a lot of games. Is don't just sell one thing. Make sure that you're selling a range of things. This game is not very big right now, but what I usually recommend is selling, like, say, 6 in-app purchases, going from $1 to like $60, because you might find players that do really, really love the game and they're willing to pay a lot of money to enjoy that game. So I'll jump in and show you this sort of grade 3 gun, and this makes the game a lot easier. That's why I said before, the balancing at the moment is not finalized by any means. That first gun was just too difficult, and you die within 30 seconds. And no one else has played this game yet, so I don't know how well it goes with other players. That's one of the things, probably, as you guys know, when you're testing, is that it becomes extremely easy to play because you're developing the game, and as an indie developer, you're doing everything from start to finish, so you know all the tricks and things that you should do, or hazards to avoid. So you become really good at the game, but you've got to test it with other players because you might find out that it's just super hard and no one else can play it, and then the frustration level is just too high, even for games that are meant to be a little bit more hardcore like this one. So there's that bomb as well. That bomb is just a texture which becomes expanded, and it also has a particle effect in the back, a stretched particle effect in the background as well, which twists. So if anyone's interested in how I did that, just let me know, and I'll try to follow up with comments and questions. I know I always say that, guys. I know I always say I'm going to do more videos and more tutorials and reply to comments and so on, and it's I hope that if one day I could make the YouTube channel a priority, the most important thing for me to do. But at the moment, the most important thing for me to do is developing and publishing through the other two businesses. But if things go well on YouTube, I'd love to build up this channel and focus on it more. So anyway, I'm going to leave the video there, guys, and I hope that you like how this looks so far. It'd be great to get some feedback. I do plan on publishing this pretty soon and then doing sort of incremental updates as I go along. And adding more graphics, adding more features and so on. There's a lot of ideas for this game, a huge amount of ideas which are going to take time. I'm making it sort of like almost like an arcade app store within itself. I'm hoping to add a lot more games inside of this one game. The idea being that you can increase the number of games, you can increase the retention of players, and therefore increase the ARPU, the average revenue per user. And then advertising the game, it isn't a problem if you pay, say, $1 to buy and install. It's okay because you've already developed that high ARPU. That's the theory anyway. We'll see how this goes. But let me know what you think. For now, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to try and do some more videos. I know people have talked about Chart Boost and you want me to do a Chart Boost video, so I'll try and do that real soon. And anyway, guys, happy developing. Have a great week, and I'm going to catch up with everyone real soon, okay? Take care. Bye.